The unveiling of the forecast for the Social Security COLA increase for 2024 has garnered significant attention. With this information having emerged just 3 days ago, it's important to analyze the data and its implications. The figures are based on the latest readings from the July 2023 Consumer Price Index for Urban Wage Earners and Clerical Workers, CPIW, which was publicly released on August 10th. This particular index stands at 299.899, signifying a 2.7% increase from the baseline figure of 291.901 established during the fiscal year 2023. Anticipation is now building for the upcoming CPIW release scheduled for September 13th. However, one mustn't rush to conclude that the cost of living adjustment, COLA, will be a direct match to this 2.7% figure. A more comprehensive understanding of the situation reveals forecasts, calculations, and expectations that deserve careful consideration over the next few months. The notion of a $200 per month increase across the board for all Social Security recipients, a promise originally made by President Joe Biden, is capturing the imagination of many. This expectation is not unfounded, as a piece of legislation is currently under discussion in Congress that aims to fulfill this commitment. On a parallel note, efforts are also underway to address the matter of double taxation on Social Security benefits, a concern that many view as an issue of fairness and equity. Now, delving into the newly disclosed information, approximately 7 million individuals who receive Social Security benefits should anticipate a more modest raise next year due to a recent slowdown in inflation. Projections suggest that a roughly 3% increase in monthly benefit checks is on the horizon for Social Security recipients in 2024. This modest rise stands in contrast to the more substantial 8.7% cost of living increase witnessed in 2023, a year characterized by soaring inflation rates. To truly comprehend the basis for this projection, it's essential to deconstruct the calculation process. The Social Security Act provides a prescribed formula to determine each year's cost of living adjustment, COLA, which is intricately tied to the Consumer Price Index for Urban Wage Earners and Clerical Workers, CPIW. The COLA that comes into effect in December of a given year corresponds to the percentage increase, if any, in the CPIW from the average of the third quarter of the current year to the average of the third quarter of the previous year when the COLA was implemented. In simpler terms, the increase in benefits is calculated by juxtaposing the CPIW figures from the third quarter of the present year with those from the third quarter of the previous year. If an increase is discerned, it must be rounded to the nearest tenth of 1%. Conversely, if no increase is observed or the rounded increase equals 0, then there will be no cost of living adjustment, COLA, for that specific year. To elucidate further, let's consider the example of 2022. In this case, the average CPIW for the third quarter of 2022 stood at 291.901, a noteworthy upswing from the base average of 268.421 in 2021. This difference, reflecting an 8.7% increase, led to the implementation of an 8.7% COLA, which became effective in December of 2022. The current year's July reading, indicating a 2.7% increase, carries substantial weight as it forms the initial piece of data in shaping the COLA for the forthcoming year. However, it's important to remember that the average inflation rates for both August and September will also play pivotal roles in this determination. The combined data from these months will contribute to the average, ultimately influencing the COLA increase for 2024. Considering the context of record-high inflation rates, the forecasted 3% increase may seem insufficient for many recipients. It's pertinent to note that Social Security faced a significant shortfall of $88.5 billion in 2022. In response to this fiscal challenge, there are suggestions to tap into the remaining pandemic stimulus funds to bridge the gap and address this financial concern. Within the realm of reform, several notable legislative proposals have emerged with the intent to bolster Social Security. These proposals, if realized, could lead to substantial increases, potentially amounting to $2,400 annually or $200 per month. Notably, the Social Security Expansion Act, having resurfaced in Congress, aims to honor the promise of increased benefits. Moreover, concerted efforts are underway to address the issue of double taxation on Social Security benefits, a topic that has garnered widespread attention and support for rectification.